Nicolas Sarkozy, who used to be France's energetic president, now finds his name linked to courtrooms and jail cells. His journey from the Élysée Palace to La Sante prison is a shocking fall from a high position. Just yesterday, November 10th, 2025, Sarkozy walked out of prison after being there for 20 days. A surprising event for a former head of state. His release is not full freedom. Strict rules and the chance of going back to prison are still there. This story brings up questions about power, fairness, and whether former leaders should be treated like regular people. Those who support him see him as a victim of political unfairness, while critics see his conviction as proof that justice can reach even powerful people. The country is divided and the world is watching. We'll look into the case that sent Sarkozy to jail. Claims of illegal money for his campaign from Libya's Muammar Gaddafi. We'll talk about his short time in prison, the rules of his release, and what his family and political friends said. Sarkozy's legal problems are far from over, and what happens next will shape his lasting image, and France's. This is a modern story of how powerful people can fall, and how the past can affect even the strongest. The story is still happening, with results that will be felt for years. Let's look closely at the details of the Sarkozy story. The case about money from Libya is one of the most serious scandals in French political history. Prosecutors say Sarkozy's 2007 campaign secretly got millions from Gaddafi's government in return for promises to help Libya look better to the world. Evidence showed secret meetings and hidden money deals, a corrupt agreement between a future president and a dictator. In September 2025, a court found Sarkozy guilty of working together to commit a crime, even though there was no proof he personally got the money. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison and told to go to jail right away because the crime was so serious. Sarkozy says he is innocent, calling the case a political attack based on unreliable statements and no solid proof. His lawyers argued there were no written records or proof of a secret agreement. Even though he said he didn't do it, the court was convinced, making Sarkozy the first modern French president to be put in jail. The conviction caused a lot of shock in France and other places. Sarkozy's 20 days in La Sante prison were different from any other prisoner's experience. For safety, he was kept alone, with 2 personal bodyguards in a cell next to his, a very special treatment. The difference from his old life was huge, from presidential luxury to a controlled small space. Even in jail he was still a public figure, getting many letters of support, a public relations move to show he still had influence. His release was carefully managed, hidden from cameras, marking the end of a short but important time in jail. Those 20 days changed how people will remember him, starting a discussion about justice and fairness in France. Sarkozy's supporters gathered together, while critics felt justice had been done. His time in prison will always be a part of his story. The experience showed how hard it is to treat a former president like any other citizen. The country watched as a symbol of power became a symbol of being held responsible. His short time in prison is now a key part of French history. The discussion about justice and special treatment continues. Sarkozy's story is far from over. Sarkozy's release happened only because he is fighting his conviction. Under French law, he is considered innocent until all appeals are finished. The appeal, planned for March 2026, gives him a final chance to clear his name. Judges will look at the evidence again and could confirm, cancel, or lower his sentence. Prosecutors did not object to his release, believing that strict supervision could stop him from interfering. For now, Sarkozy is in a legal, uncertain state, free from prison, but still under the shadow of being found guilty. The result of the appeal will be a major turning point. He will either be proven right or go back to prison. His future, and how much people trust the French justice system, is at stake. The next few months are very important for both Sarkozy and France. The risks could not be higher. Everyone is watching the appeal court. Sarkozy's freedom is very limited. He is not allowed to leave France and cannot talk to other people accused in the case, witnesses, or important people involved. These rules stop him from running away or messing with the legal process. The court might make him wear an electronic ankle tag, like he did after an earlier conviction. Every move and conversation is watched. Any breaking of the rules could send him back to prison right away. Sarkozy lives in an open-air prison, at home, but constantly watched by the law. The chance of going back to jail is real, and always there. His daily life reminds him of the justice system's control. Freedom, for now, depends on conditions, and is not strong. The legal process is far from finished. Through all of this, Sarkozy's family has stood by him. His wife, Carla Bruni Sarkozy, and his sons have clearly shown their support, making him look like he has a united family. His political friends on the right remain loyal, seeing him as a symbol of their group. Supporters view him as a political martyr, targeted by an unfair legal system. Social media campaigns and public actions show his lasting popularity among conservatives. This loyalty shapes what the public thinks and makes his position stronger as he gets ready for his appeal. Critics see a convicted criminal. Supporters see a leader under attack. The division shows how split French politics are. Sarkozy's support network ensures he is never truly alone in his fight. The Libyan case is just one of many legal fights Sarkozy is involved in. He was previously found guilty in the wiretapping case, sentenced to 3 years, serving 1 under house arrest with an ankle tag. Another case, the Big Malian affair, involves accusations of illegal campaign spending in 2012. A final decision is coming soon. He is also being investigated for trying to influence witnesses related to the Libyan case. These many cases happening at the same time show a former leader constantly fighting legal battles. Critics see a pattern of corruption. Supporters see endless unfair treatment. Each case adds to the controversy around his lasting image. Sarkozy's legal problems seem never-ending. His reputation and future depend on what happens in these cases. The stakes are personal, and for the country. Sarkozy's imprisonment is a historic event. He's the first former French president jailed in the Fifth Republic. The only similar past event is Philippe Pétain, who was jailed for treason after World War II. For some, Sarkozy's jailing proves no one is above the law. For others, it shows a problem in French democracy. Supporters claim the legal system is political. Critics see justice finally being served. The event makes political divisions deeper and reduces trust in government bodies. The Sarkozy affair is more than a legal case. It's a national drama showing France's worries. How France reacts will shape its democratic future. The world is watching this dark chapter unfold. The lessons will be felt for years. Sarkozy's future is still unclear. His appeal in March 2026 is the next big test. Success could fix his reputation, failure could end his public life. Even if he is found not guilty, it won't erase his other legal problems, including the Big Malian case. If he loses, he faces going back to prison and a lasting image defined by shame. The case is a test for French democracy. Can it hold leaders responsible without falling apart? Sarkozy waits, caught between short freedom and the shadow of prison. The country waits with him, looking for answers about power, justice, and being held accountable. The final part of the story is yet to be written.